What's up guys, Kevin Cage here with a super quick XRP update for you today. So we are on polysign.io. I know this group needs no introduction, and of course they did just secure an additional $25 million in terms of a strategic investment for their Series B funding. And notice we have some names that we can recognize such as blockchain.com, which we'll cover in about a minute. So just wanted to share this, and of course this is relevant because we're highlighting Jack McDonald, the CEO of Polysign as well as Standard Custody, a former UBS executive inducted into the Global Custodians Legends of Industry alongside with Tim Keeney, the retired vice chairman of BNY Mellon, which is a RippleNet partner responsible for custodying 1/4 of global institutional assets. Antoinette, another superstar, David Schwartz and Arthur Brito need no introduction. And as I quote, as digital assets continue to grow and mature as an asset class, institutional investors need trusted custody and trading solutions on par with their requirements for investing in traditional securities. They are truly opening the door in treating digital assets as a new asset class. Another quote from Jack McDonald, the CEO of Polysign. Blockchain technology is the future of financial services, and at Polysign, we have made great progress in building the global standard for institutional digital asset custody and settlements. Keyword. And I did share this on Twitter, Standard Custody tweeting this, that the CEO, Jack McDonald, did speak on the future of DeFi just last week, discussing digital asset custody and institutional adoption of cryptocurrency. And besides the $25 million in funding, I think a lot of us have already forgotten this. The huge announcement that their subsidiary, Polysign subsidiary, Standard Custody, has received its charter to operate under New York State banking law as a regulated, qualified custodian for financial institutions. I'm not sure how much more reputable you can get, but I think this is thanks to the caliber of people on this board. And speaking of Bank of New York, thank you, Tim Keeney. As we know, Antoinette was formerly at Ripple as one of the chief compliance officers, and she was speaking at the International Monetary Fund panels as well. And not to mention 15 years in traditional banking at some of the world's largest banks that are both RippleNet partners, MUFG and HSBC. But anyways, it's probably just one giant coincidence as always. And this is a great read because McDonald basically goes on talking about how they're talking with institutions and banks, and they have big plans for the future. And lastly, Bob Way, one of the first employees over at Ripple and also friends with David Schwartz, has been quoted to say on record that Polysign will be huge for XRP. Next up, we have some massive news coming from blockchain.com. You may have heard of them, the world's largest crypto wallet provider, and guess what? They're officially adopting .crypto domains is the new standard for sending and receiving crypto assets. And as you can see in the top right, my domain is kevincage.crypto, so this not only acts as a deposit address for multiple crypto assets, but can also act as a decentralized, hack-proof website. And I've also linked this in the top of the video description if you'd like to claim your own. Overall, this is super exciting because there's 31 million users across 200 countries now with blockchain.com that can utilize this, which is just a simple human-readable username instead of a full-length wallet address. So let me give you an example because I took a little snippet right here. So check this out. So typical crypto addresses, whether that's Bitcoin, ETH, Doge, XRP for that matter, there's usually 25 at least, maybe even 42-digit alphanumeric characters, I should say. And instead of typing this in, instead of having to remember all of this or copying and pasting this every single time when you want to send money to grandma or anything in between, wouldn't you much rather just have an email address for money? So, your name, janedoe.crypto, kevincage.crypto. So I fully support Unstoppable Domains. They are part of the Open Payments Coalition that also includes the company Ripple and many others to lower the barrier to entry and improve interoperability across the board. So overall, it is great to see these .crypto domains are becoming the standard for the industry. And also just wanted to check out, blockchain.com has over 1 million followers. Wow. Next up, I wanted to share a new word that I learned. I still don't know how to pronounce it, but this is from Crypto Eddie. If you have Phrosophobia, then please do not swap your D flare for Y flare and then make a ruckus in the space. Now, Phrosophobia, I actually had to look it up. I was assuming it had to do with taxes, and I was right. Phrosophobia, the fear of taxes in the IRS. So a lot of people are concerned with the airdrop. It's caused a little bit of feuding in the XRP community. You guys have to do what's best for you. I'm not worried about incurring taxes. Every profitable person, every profitable business incurs taxes. If you're not paying taxes, you're not making money. And she was referencing Flare Finance, so want to partake in the D-Flare snapshot, store your Flare with one of these providers and receive it automatically. Notice there's a host of wallets and exchanges below. Very exciting. And you can keep it simple if you'd like with MetaMask, but we also have BitTrue links in the video description. And we still have some ways to go before this happens, so no need to rush. I will update everyone here, and I encourage you to follow these actual pages directly. Once Flare Networks goes live, you store your Flare in one of these wallets. You're going to get this D-Flare, this asset, airdrop to you, so it's going to show up in your account. And then you're going to have about a week to swap this on Flare Finance's website into Y-Flare. This is free money and free participation will be rewarded. Next up, I wanted to tweet this. Holy sheets. Congrats to QNT Quant holders over with Overledger Network. It is now available on Coinbase Pro. That does explain why it's been pumping so hard lately, and this trading will start on the 24th of June, so starting today. So massive congrats. I'm still waiting for XRP to be relisted. Next up, Matthew L-I-N-Y. IBS recognizes Temenos is the #1 best-selling banking software in 9 categories, more than any other technology. Linked available right here as well. And no surprise, Temenos with the T24 stack has an integration with Ripple, and they can being the keyword, utilize XRP as settlement. Per their website with the world's #1 banking software. Here's some quick stats. They have 41 of the top 50 banks, just like Ripple's partner Finastra. They have the top 48 of the top 50 banks, over 3,000 banks in 150 countries. So Ripple doesn't have to partner with every single bank directly. They just have to partner with the gateways in some of these big banking softwares. We've seen XRP in some Credit Suisse documents as well. UBS is a Ripple client, although they do build with other platforms. So just wanted to share that, and thank you, Matthew L-I-N-Y. This is a definite follow on crypto Twitter if you do follow XRP news. You can see mentioning Ripple right there. And of course, the Temenos T24 core banking solution, this T24 stack, which this news was viral years ago because they integrate XRP. Also, wanted to share XRP Crypto Wolf sharing this XRP in WAN chain or WAN pool on Zookeeper currently averages 54% APY. That is quite aggressive. I know that these rates do change depending on the amount of users, but would love to hear anybody's experience if they're utilizing this. I am not thus far, but very interested. And last but not least, guys, I am just still patiently waiting for API 3 to get listed on some of these larger exchanges or even tier 1 exchanges. Notice that Gemini did in fact announce that they're listing a few of these assets, including Mir, Phantom, etc. We can see that API 3 was named to be available for custody. I am awaiting trading of these assets. So I was on my Gemini account, clicking recently launched, and just keep refreshing this. Friendly reminder, on DCG.co, Digital Currency Group, one of the largest cryptocurrency groups in the world, essentially as their website says, the epicenter of Bitcoin and blockchain industry. You can click their portfolio and you may recognize some names. That's right, as we know, they did in fact invest into Ripple and Hedera Hashgraph, HBAR, as we're all familiar with. And guess who? API 3. And so did Pantera Capital, so there's some very big behemoths behind this asset. Yes, it is down so low, but I have high hopes for the future. This is me speculating though, please keep that in mind. And I pay very close attention to assets that have high volume already and are listed on a lot of these lower exchanges, but have yet to hit a tier 1 exchange yet, so I'm very excited for that. And some other names in DCG's portfolio are Grayscale, Bitso, which again, Ripple Gateway right there, Blockchain.com, Circle, Coinbase, Coindesk, Curve, which is huge and just acquired by PayPal, eToro, Kraken, Ledger, and then going to PanteraCapital.com's website, you can actually see their entire portfolio. If you go to their website, PanteraCapital.com, click portfolio, and then it'll pull this guy up. And of course, they did in fact invest into Ripple, and we can see their active investments. And what do we see here besides Ripple, Bitso, and a few others? Well, we see API 3 and also Anchorage, which is huge. So I'm essentially assuming, and this is a big assumption, that because Pantera Capital and Digital Currency Group both invested into huge groups and exchanges such as Coinbase, that I could expect a listing provided that it fills out the framework once the DAO is launched, staking goes live, and that's what I'm looking forward to. But alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.